Hey, Faithful, welcome back to Voice of a Niner Faithful, your go to spot for everything red and gold. I'm your host, Jason, and we got a packed breakdown for the first 5 days of training camp. From injury updates to padded practices and rookie standouts, it's all here, man. Before we dive in, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Keeps the pod alive and helps spread the faithful fire, of course. Now, let's just get into it, shall we? So, the first day at the new performance facility, well, it kind of a cool feel to it, wouldn't you think? Brand new. Even Shanahan was joking about it, getting dizzy from the new layout because it's 90-degree turn and two fields, and what I think it's like 160 some odd yard field, the main one, and grass instead of turf, and all new. It's awesome. On injury news, Cowing, obviously we know he had his hamstring. This is the first day one, back on last Wednesday, and he tweaked his hamstring, left early. Ben Barch, of course, he stayed on the NFI list, rehabbing his quad, and Ricky Pearsall was still he was out there, but he was kind of off to the side. He wasn't really on the field, practicing with the team. He was doing his own thing, still getting his own hammy worked out. Of course, Bosa, CMC, Trent Williams did their individual drills to ease into the camp. Play of the day, of course, on the first day. First snap of 11 on 11, and Purdy drops a bomb to Kittle. One play later, Pinnock gets a diving interception. D. Winters followed that up with a pick of his own. Not too bad of a first day. Even the rookies got in on that. Michael Williams and Alfred Collins did really good with the defensive line. Bosa gave them props post practice. Quote, they looked like NFL bodies. Once they got a few games in, the world will know who they are. Unquote. So that's Bosa even giving them praise. That's awesome on the first day. And of course, the kickers, Moody and Joseph, got to watch that kicker. That we're trying to see who's going to be the better kicker. I'm still thinking it's going to be Moody, but we'll see. But they did really good on the first day. They hit, both of them hit all of their kicks. So it seems special teams pretty ready. So day two, though, new faces. We had gotten Quentin Cephas, and we'll get back to him in a little bit. And they had to waive Anabaconda. They waived him to get Cephas on the team. The big returners, of course, Bosa, CMC, and Trent were doing full team drills. That upped the tempo, of course, and you could just feel it on the field, I'm sure. Trey Brown and rookie Upton Stout got some first team reps in the secondary, and once again, Brock Purdy and Kittle linked up for another deep ball. I mean, the chemistry between Kittle and Purdy is just fantastic. The defense highlight came from Stone Blanton, the undrafted rookie linebacker who jumped a route and picked off Tanner Mordecai. I think he's going to be pretty good. If he can make the team, we'll see. It's pretty early still, even after day 5. It's still pretty early, but that was day 2. He did pretty good. Day 3, well, Purdy obviously wasn't there. He had personal reasons, but we all know what that personal reason is. Congratulations to the Purdy family on the birth of their daughter. Awesome. I wonder if they're going to hook up with with CMC's baby and do, have play dates and all that. Anyway, so he wasn't there, so Mac Jones took the first team. Tanner Mordecai got a lot of reps too. And for Tanner Mordecai especially, I think that helped him a lot. being from Wisconsin, living in Wisconsin, I've seen Tanner Mordecai while he was here in college. I personally was not all that impressed. I'm still, to be honest, not all that impressed. So the more reps he can get, the better he should be okay. Third string quarterback, I think that's where he's going to stay. But it was good for him to get the reps. The defense, it was pretty much their day today, though. The day 3, though. Green had a couple of breakups. Luter had one. Jair Brown even got a pick. So on the offensive side of the ball, the tight ends, well, they took the show on day 3. Willis, Dwelly, and Tonjes all made big grabs. And, of course, it's tight end, so Kittle was loving all of it. The kicking game, still tight on day 3. Both kickers missed an attempt, but overall it's still tight. It was still tight, and it's still going to be tight. It's going to be tight all the way up until the first game of the season. I think after the third preseason game is when it's going to come down, and they'll say who it is. I'm thinking it's still going to end up being Moody, but we'll see. Day 4, unfortunately, started out, at least the news anyway that we all heard, started out kind of scary. Defensive lineman Taron Jackson, he went down with a neck injury and was carted off. He went to the hospital. They've already said he's been, by this point now, he was released. He's doing okay. We'll get more information on that later, see how he's going to come back. He actually went back to the facility after the next day after he was released. So hopefully that's a good sign. Both Cowing and Green still remain out, but Ricky Pearsall, he came back on day 4, and he snagged a touchdown from Purdy and worked it in as a punt returner as well. So that's good news for Ricky Pearsall. He's looking good. He's out there moving, and I think Ricky Pearsall is going to have an awesome season. Defense, rookie Jacob Robinson with a red zone breakup on Pearsall, speaking of. And Dallas Flowers followed it up as well. He had one of his own. Kickers were under fire again. Moody hit 3 of 4, missed one from about 55. Joseph actually hit all of his on day 4. It's still too close to call. I mean, a 55-yarder, a lot of kickers are going to miss that. So it's really hard to say. Day 5, which normally I wouldn't have been talking about, but when I tried to do my normal recording of my podcast this past on the weekend, I went back to get it uploaded to the social media places. I put it on YouTube, TikTok, wherever, and it was gone. So here I am on a Tuesday morning, re-recording everything. So this normally would have been part of my next episode next weekend, but here it is, day 5. Pads are on. That, I think, with pads on, is the most important part of the whole training camp. Once the pads come on, then you can really tell what's actually happening better. The pads off, that's more of a warm-up, I think. So those first 4 days, just kind of warming up, getting into the rhythm. Now the pads are on. Now we can see how these players are going to react to the hits, to the pressure. Now, what happened in day 5, that first day of pads? CJ West. One-on-ones, he was awesome. I think the reports, Salah said he called him the little fire hydrant. Short, stout, explosive. Awesome energy there. Zakel and Pooney were positive in pass pros, holding their own in padded drills, which is good. Upton Stout made the play of the day, blanketing Pearsall on a go route and swatted the ball down. Which, actually, if you think about that, Pearsall, That's a good thing for him. Yes, he missed, got the ball knocked down. That's fine, but he's playing hard. He's moving. He's fast. That's a good sign. Flowers, he's continuing to impress. And what about Lenore? He's, of course, locked in. He wants all that smoke from every wide receiver one in the league, and he'll back it up. That's a quote from Saleh. Jason Pinnock. Yes, I'm panning down to look at my notes. Jason Pinnock, obviously, he's been there with Saleh from Jets days. And Saleh said, game slowing down for him, and that's a good thing. I think Saleh knows this guy. I think Saleh is going to be able to use Pinnock in a way that he probably wanted to with the Jets, but he can do it more here because he's sticking just with the defense instead of the whole team. George Kittle had a top offensive play, of course. Who's not going to expect Kittle to have a great play, even in practice? Short catch, turned upfield, and gone. McCaffrey, he's looking awesome. He's fully recovered. I'm sorry. He is just simply fully recovered. Nothing you can say will change my mind. He is fully recovered. Slice to the D, showing off his hands, and toe tap sideline grab. What more can you ask? Now, quarterback Mordecai, like I said earlier, I'm not big impressed, but he is at least building some chemistry with some of the wide receivers, the newer wide receivers. So hopefully that will help him in the long run. I'm hoping that he does better than I think he will. But again, I'm saying that Mordecai is just simply a third string quarterback. So, first week, the youth on the defense, veterans on the offense. I think we're set there. I think they're going to do good. Especially the first padded practice, it showed a lot of promise. The rookies they're hungry and they're holding their own. That's a good thing. Special teams, that kicker competition, maybe it won't be Moody, but I'm hoping it's Moody, but maybe it won't. I mean, it's still really close, and I still think it's going to come down to after the last preseason game. But we all know the real tests, start pretty much now, as of yesterday even. Pads are on. The intensity is building. And of course, we're going to see with that intensity, with the hits, with all of that, who's going to stand out. Let's hope it's who we all want. And I'd like to see some surprises. Who's really going to stand out in that rookie class? Let's hope it's all of them. Wouldn't that be nice? So that's going to do it for this episode of Voice of Niner Faithful. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do me a favor. Like, comment, and subscribe wherever you're listening. We'll be back next Monday. And yes, I'll make sure it's Monday and not have my same technical difficulties. And we'll be back next week for the rest of this week's training camp, week 2, and anything else that happens to happen. Until then, stay faithful.